Just showing you the boat setup for trapping. In the front of the boat, I got some colony traps. My colony traps, I do 5x5, 6x6, 7x7. I don't have 8x8s because trapping on bodies of water like this, sometimes it's hard to get all the 8x8s into choice spots. It's pretty rare I find a spot to put an 8x8. They seem to be a little bit big. I like to use the 8x8s in creeks and rivers. It's very easy to put them in a bottom edge set. But then behind the colony traps, I got stacks of traps in crates, custom designed to fit 25 1.5 coil springs per crate. Then on each side of the crates, or each side of the colony traps, each side of the boat, however you want to look at it, I got my bundles of 8-foot fiberglass stakes. I got a video describing my staking system if you want to learn more about that. Then behind that, I got some 330s just in case I run into a good beaver set, or if I run into a good otter set. Then directly behind that, I got just a watertight box. It's not for like getting submerged in the water. It's just as I get in and out of the boat, the stuff inside won't get wet. Inside, I got a Ziploc bag with a hat. The hat's just to hold this camera. I got some batteries. I got a battery pack for charging my phone if needed. Then I keep my phone inside there. Got some ratchet straps. They're just in the crate or in the box. Got some quick links. Got a spoon in case I want to eat. Just miscellaneous little things. A little Snap Max clip if I don't have one on a trap. Little gloves, wool gloves. They're just finger gloves. If it's real cold outside and it's just a little too cold inside the gauntlets, I'll put these thin gloves on and it makes a world of difference. Then I got extra trap tags in case I need them. Inside here I got just a battery powered spotlight. Then I got an extra pair of gauntlets. Then I got my food here. Then I got 2 ammo containers. Inside the one is fluids for the boat. There's not much inside there. Typically I have like starting fluid, air horn, a little extra oil in case I need it. Then the other one is tools for the boat. It's just miscellaneous tools I use for trapping and for the boat. So inside of it I have all the sockets and wrenches I would need if I need to fix the motor for some reason. Something's loose, I gotta tighten something. If for some reason I gotta take the motor off the boat, if I had to portage it, but I've never done that. That's a little bit heavy of a motor for me to carry by myself. I've done it, but I don't want to again. Then miscellaneous tools for, if I have to modify a trap real quick. Pliers, file. I even got a knife in there just in case I have to cut something. Then this is where I stand. Then on the other side of the watertight box, I keep a water bottle. Just anything I want to drink. Doesn't need to go in the box. Then in the back of the boat, it's a pretty standard boat. Battery, gas tank, motor. I got my trap setter right there for the 330s. But the springs are already set on them, so. Then also with the stakes, I got my 330 stabilizers just in case I want to use them. And then I have some oars. Should be a good opener. We'll take some videos as we go along. Here checking muskrat traps. Got one lodge, or one hut, whatever you want to call it. Gotta be careful with the camera, tip it out of the boat. So I got 4 traps on this one. I have 4 traps on most of them. Typically, I'll start with this one right here. I'll walk around, I'll get to that trap, and then I'll walk back. Right here, this is where I have my trap, this little pocket. There's one rat. Nice front foot catch. Nice and deep. When I set these, I like to have them underwater. I don't like to have them right at the surface. I like to have them at least 2 inches down or so. Because my thoughts are, when that trap, or when that rat puts its foot down, it's not swimming into the trap and kind of crawling up onto it. It's coming in there, it's going to sit, it's going to perch, it's going to push down considerably, it's going to get a nicer catch. A little bit smaller rat on this side. On this side there's a little feed bed. That's what I have my trap set on. Sometimes there's feed beds that you set on them, sometimes there's a little run up the side, sometimes there's a little covey they sit under. Sometimes there's even a hole in the side of it and you put a trap in front of that. Set that trap, you know, it's about 2 inches under the water. Sometimes I try to hind foot catch them. You can't always try to get the trap in that kind of position. I like the hind foot catch because they can't ring out as easily as they can with the front foot catch. Ring outs, they're just a factor rat trapping. But, you know, it's something you have to try to avoid. This side over here, all I got is a set off trap. Reset that one. And this one right here, try to turn the camera a little bit. We'll even try to pull it over. There you go, that's showing how that trap is set. I don't just dig a little pocket. I try to pull that grass away to where that rat's going to swim up. It's not going to crawl up and over. I want that rat to come in there. I want it to be committed to that trap. Kind of hard to see. Water's kind of murky. So then here's the next one. It's hard to get the camera in a good position. So here's the next one. Same thing. I got a little cubby right here. Now when I set these traps, when I put my spring clip on the stake, I like to have it just right below the surface, not way down. That way I can easily grab it. I'm not fighting it. There's another rat. It's not a jumbo rat, but still a nice size rat. It's better than some of the little kits that you can catch out here. So that's 3 out of 4 traps on this hut. We got, I couldn't even tell you anymore how many more traps to get or check. I think we have at least 100 more to check. So. And when I set that trap, I like to be as level as possible. You know, I don't set that trap in there to where it's at an angle. I set it to where it's going to be as level as possible. Because then when that rat puts its foot down, it's going to come, you know, in a perpendicular fashion to the trap. It's going to catch a little bit better. Because whereas if it's at an angle and its foot catches one side of the pan, it can catch it by the tip of the back foot. You know, there's a chance it could pull out doing that. It's not as good of a catch as, you know, right around the ankle, right around the leg. We got 2 more huts right up this way we're going to go check. Move the camera a little bit so we don't tip it out of the boat. There's one rat on that side. I don't see the other 2 traps on this side. I'm gonna hop in the water. Some people, they don't hop in the water. Some of them, they just come right out of the boat. But I like to get in the water. As I get older, I'm sure I'll prefer to just, be in the boat. Right now, I'm young, I'm limber. So I got 2 traps on this side. Try to pull the camera back a little so you can see a little bit better. Let's tip it up. Okay, so right here, oh, it's hard to see. Right here, there's a feed bed and it's up and under a cubby. And then this side over here, I made a shelf. Once I get the traps reset, I'll show you. So I got 1 rat here, 1 rat there. I don't see the 2 traps on the other side. So I'm assuming I got rats in those as well. There's 1 rat. It's not a big rat by any means. It's actually a really small rat. That would be a kit. And when I set these traps with the pan, I don't like it on a hair trigger. I like that rat to be committed to the trap. That goes with pretty much anything I trap. I like the animal to be pretty committed to it. To me, it comes out as a better catch. Better catches, you just hold them better. You hold them better, you keep more animals at the end of the day. That's what it's all about. There's another rat, a little bit bigger than this other one. It's probably about a medium. This one's definitely a kit. Get them in the front of the boat. And then this rat got through a bunch of weeds. So don't be afraid, clean off that chain. Because that next rat that comes through that you catch, you want that thing to get right out to the water. I don't like it when I come up and I got a rat that's on the surface. I like it when I come up and they're down underwater, drowned. With these feed beds, sometimes I scoot the feed bed to the side a little bit. And I get a little walk through that I can put my trap down on. So here's 1 trap. I just made a little shelf. On this side over here there's a feed bed. And I got a trap right there. Like I said, I scooted the feed bed to the side. We'll try to get a little better view. It's hard to show rat trapping real well. So as you can see, it kind of overhangs right here, and then this feed bed was underneath. That's a very common feature on rat huts. Very good spot to put a trap up under there. On this side, I like to go up to the far side and work my way back. That way I'm not rubbing shoulders with my traps. A little bit of vegetation, get to the chain. Got the chain, pulling it over. That rat went a long ways with a lot of vegetation. That's why it's a good thing to clear the vegetation away. Sometimes it doesn't happen. This is a hindfoot caught rat. They can be a little more active when they do that. They're not weighed down at their head. This hut we're not catching super big rats. But some huts you catch bigger ones, some huts you catch smaller ones, some you get a mixture. At the end of the day, you pretty much average the same. there's another rat. 4 traps, 4 rats. Not big rats by any means. Mostly mediums. Sometimes when you catch them, you know, they got a little defecation. And when I have that, you know, I clean it out real quick. Rather than having it in the boat, having it in the fur shed. I'd rather just clean it out here, put it in the water. It's fertilizer for the wild rays. Same thing. I just dig down a little pocket here. I like to have that trap under about 2 inches of water or so. Like I said, I like that rat to be pretty committed. The other benefit of having that is if you get some skim ice, your trap's still operable. You know, 'cause sometimes with that skim ice, some rats will come up and they'll bust through that skim ice. But that skim ice won't be in your trap because it's under that 2 inches of water. Then the other benefit of that is when you come out and it starts freezing up and you're coming out and there's a skim of ice over the whole slough and you're pulling your traps aren't in the ice, they're under the ice. So when you pull them, you don't have to deal with that ice on your traps and your boat. A lot cleaner, it's a lot better, a lot faster. Here, checking a colony trap. It's in a very distinct run, so I'm hoping there's something in it. It's in a section of the lake or flowage where there's not much to hunt. I just checked one right behind me. I caught one trap. So here I am in the run. So I reach down. Got one up first. Reach down, grab the trap. Right there, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 muskrats in one colony trap. It's a 7x7. So there's the one trap. I'm going to pull the boat over. I got one more colony trap over here. That one I had set going towards the bank, and then, well, it doesn't really matter, it's in a run, they go both ways. So I got this one over here set right in the entrance. This one, I got 2 of them. 1 run, 2 traps, 6 rats. It's an average of 3 rats per trap in that 1 run. There's nothing too bad about a nice little catch like that. It's one of those things, I'm going to reset because I'm coming back tomorrow. But, you know, I likely caught all the rats out of that little colony. There's no guarantee it's the full truth, but sometimes it's hard to get the rat story. You can open the door. I get at least 3 of them out. The other one's teeth are caught. There we go. Now that guy will come out. One thing I don't like about using colonies is all the grass and everything I get in them, but the success that I get with them, it makes it worth it. There's some of the rats we got so far. I don't have an exact count. I don't have many more traps to check. I think I have about 10 more traps to check, and then that's it for this flowage. And I got a few road line sets we'll check, and that'll be it for the day. So, just got done counting. We got 158 rats in the boat. The full rats, I should say, because there is one right here that was eaten by a mink. There was another one that was also eaten by a mink, so I had 160 rats. But the other one, I stuffed it up in the hut, and I put the trap back there. Hopefully, mink comes back, I'll catch it. Sometimes you catch them, sometimes you don't. Sometimes they move on to the next little colony. I typically don't get any mink on the first check. I typically get them on the second or third check. Once there's not as many rats, they start really searching for the food and they start going out to the huts and scouring through them. That seems to be when I catch the mink. So tomorrow I'm hoping to have 1 to 2 mink out of the flowage here. Caught a raccoon right here at the bridge. So not bad for 1 check. It's not the most I've ever caught. It's not the least I've ever caught. It's just wasn't stressing myself out today. Just a nice little catch. Now to bring them home, start them drying, start skinning, and probably start putting them up later in November.